eyes, the goggles do nothing.
How's it going, guys, and welcome to my first Destiny X4 series. So as you can see, my Guardians is on a light level of 293. What we're going to do is we're going to play 4 strikes and do an engram opening at the end. Hopefully we get some awesome pulls and raise that light level a little bit. Let's see how we go. So here we are. How's it going, guys? I'm the Gaming Update, but you can call me TK. I haven't used that intro for a while. So basically, what these videos are, some of you, this is probably going to be a little bit of a channel update and stuff as well, but, you know, let me just explain what's going on. So basically, in the very early days of my channel, probably, you know, a couple months into it, I started a series on Battlefield 4 called the X4 series, where I tried to reach 40,000 points in 4 games of Battlefield, and I did that through all the DLCs and things like that. So, you know, basically, I just needed a 10,000 point average in 4 games, basically. Recently, the Star Wars Battlefront beta came out. As some of you probably know, I've got a few subscribers after that, and I was doing, tried to get 100 kills in 4 games, and then I tried to get 100 kills in 3 games, and then I did the Uplink challenge, and these challenges were sort of sticking to a similar thing to the X4 series in that they were sort of based around a small number of games. And so it got me thinking, because I've been a bit stuck lately trying to think of a way that I can make my channel a bit more unique. What sort of video series can I bring out that I can keep bringing out, that's not gonna get boring, that I can make it different, something that, I don't know, something really, you know, something really different, something really cool, or just even simple that someone hasn't done yet. You know, you can sort of see what I'm getting at. I wanted something for my channel to be based around, and then it kind of hit me that the X4 series is something that I can move through different games. I can move through different challenges. It doesn't have to be for Battlefield. And so here we are. So basically, you may have noticed, if you're some sort of freaky hardcore fan, that I now have an entire playlist just marked X4, and that's basically just going to be all these challenges, all these videos. I think I'm going to do a lot more Destiny stuff like this, because just, you know, my sort of journey up to level 310, and, you know, just playing, you know, a certain amount of games, a certain amount of strikes or something like that in Destiny, I'll talk you through it. Maybe it'll be a live commentary, I don't know, there'll be different stuff to it, but basically this X4 series is, you know, it's the one thing that I've come up with that I'm quite proud of and quite happy with. It's pretty consistent, it's got a bit of structure to it, it works out, and it's not hard, it's not hard to, you know, make, it doesn't take too much time. I can do it sometimes I can't do it, you know what I mean. You can see what I'm kind of getting at here. It's just, this is basically my videos. This is what I'm going to be happy to produce. So for now, the first one, you can see I've done up my channel a bit. So in this week or so I've been off, I've got a new intro, there'll be a new outro and stuff you've seen. I've got some new music and some stuff like that. I've gone out and just done up my channel basically, and you know, I've worked a little bit on my editing software and stuff, and gotten a new computer, things like that. Face cam, not too shabby at the moment. I'm gonna have to work on that. Yeah, things have been going up, and Destiny, I thought, is what I've been hooked on Destiny since the Taken King came out, and so I thought let's start with Destiny. So here we go. This is pretty much the first X4 series since the X4 has become my channel, basically, and it's with Destiny. So what we're gonna do, if you didn't quite catch it at the very start, I'm gonna play 4 strikes. I'm going to save all my engrams till the end, and then at the very end of the 4, we're going to go to the tower, open up the engrams, see what we get. Hopefully we can raise our light level by 1 or 2. I think I tried this before, as in I had a little go to see if it would work, to see if it was a good amount of engrams and things I'd be opening, just with 4 strikes, because I know that's not too many. But basically that leaves me with about an hour and a half of stuff recorded, which I can edit up quite easily, and it lets me put it into a video such as this one, which will probably, I'm not sure how long this is going to take at the moment. I'm still editing this, obviously, but you know, you can see what I'm getting at. So basically, once we've done these 4 games, I'm going to head to the tower, open up some engrams. I think when I was testing this series out, I think I got like I moved up 3 light levels at one go. I did 4 strikes, came back to the tower, went up from like 289 to well, what I'm up to, almost what I'm up to now at 292. Obviously I'm at 293 right now, but you get what I'm saying. So without further ado, this first strike went amazingly. I did die at the very start there, but that was just me. I was just trying to take out as much health as I possibly could on that prince at the very start of the game. But these few dudes that I was playing with, these couple of guys in my strike team, were absolutely awesome. I don't think I've ever done this strike so quickly. Now, I'm only really going to play, you know, a majority of the boss battles things at the very end. I'm not going to play the whole strike or anything like that, and so I want to get these videos up nice and quickly. I want to be able to produce these, you know, as fast as possible, so they're not really going to be many highlights. It's just going to be these boss battles. I think is a really cool way to work around it. But these guys, we absolutely nailed the first couple of princes at the very start. We had like 1 to go, I think, at the very end here, and you know, we just absolutely romped. I think anytime one man went down, it was you know, well organized, as in people weren't rushing into dangerous situations to try and revive. Everyone was just making sure that they were alive, making sure we got the raid done, and we nailed it on the first go in something like 5 or 10 minutes or something like that. And this prince one can often be, with the 3 princes, can often be a really tricky strike. I don't know what it is. Sometimes I've had a few times like this where we've absolutely romped it and just gone 1 prince down, 1 down, take out the drop pod and gone. There it is. But that time we absolutely nailed it. And picked up a few cool little engrams on the way. I don't think it took me a while here at the very end. He's actually down the stairs at the bottom there. It took me a while to find him. I was starting to panic, wondering if I was actually going to get my things here. I didn't really think that it was going to be at the postmaster, but the gear we got from this one, I saw the legendary, but it wasn't really anything that helpful. So you know, on to strike 2. So now on to the 2 massive Cabal bosses at the Cosmodrome. So this is actually, I really like this strike. I know a lot of people that find this strike really frustrating. I don't know what it is about it. I'm not even a big fan of the Cosmodrome, as in it's not even my favorite place in the Destiny maps. But this strike, I don't know. I really enjoy it for some reason. I reckon it's really cool. Probably because it's not too hard. Unlike, you know, you've got that one where you've got to move the relic around from place to place. It just takes forever. The organization, it just doesn't work. Whereas this raid is it works. It's just cool, and I find it really fun, I think. But with this one, the actual playing it in for this X4 series, I picked up a lot of engrams at the very start. Didn't really go at the boss battle here at the end. Didn't quite go as smoothly as the first raid. In that we didn't die, but there were a lot of situations where there were 2 of us down, and the last man standing, me included, at one point, were you know, were kind of panicking. We didn't really, I wasn't really sure if we were going to make it. It was looking like we were going to have to start again, but we pulled through, managed to bring it on. I think that's my favorite part about this raid, because that happens so often where there'll be 1 left, but somehow it always just seems to work out, and it gets me really excited. I really enjoy it. It's really cool. Plus, these bosses are really, they're awesome. The art style on these bosses are just mad. I mean, the massive gun on the back of this guy, the fist on the front of the other dude. I can't remember the names. I'm not a Destiny dork enough. But, yeah, it went really well. I think I would have liked to have pulled some better loot. We didn't quite get much from it. But you know, I think that was sort of justified by the amount of engrams I picked up at the start. As in, I got a lot of rare heavy weapons. I think I picked up a chest armor and then a gauntlet as well. I got like maybe 2 heavy weapons, chest armor, gauntlet, and a primary weapon or something like that. It was a ridiculous amount of engrams that we got at the start of this game. It was I was quite surprised, which, you know, sort of makes sense that we didn't really get anything at the end there. But yeah, we pulled off the bosses pretty well. I tried to get the use of the shotgun as much as I could. As in, it's that since they've nuffed down the range on these shotguns, it can be really difficult. But you can see here, if you run up to this guy with a shotgun, this is a 300 attack shotgun, so it's not a piss weak one. But you can run up. Basically, once he's damaged enough, he's going to jump to another spot. And when you're that close to that shotgun, 1, maybe 2 shots sometimes will send him off to his next spot. Which is absolutely awesome. In that, you know, if something's happening and you just can't keep up with him, I can generally take him down before he even gets some cannon shots off from his back, which is it's really cool. Makes you feel like a right boss. But the strike went pretty well. Not too much loot at the very end, but it was cool to pick up so many rare engrams. A little bit more for the engram opening at the end. But you know, without further ado, let's move on to strike 3. So for strike 3, apparently Bungie didn't think we did this strike fast enough on the first go, so they decided to give it to us again. In saying that, we did it faster. Holy cow, this was absolutely ridiculous. Now I've got a timer up on the video here while I'm editing this. We finished off these 3 princes at the end in 3 minutes and 15 seconds. That was actually, it was quite tempting just to make a video on this strike to see if anyone could beat that. I'm sure people could, because there's, you know, I'm only on, what, 293 at the moment. There'll be plenty of people above 300 that could do that, but for me, that was ridiculous. Like, that was so fast. That first prince there is gone already. That was within a few seconds. He was down. I've never seen a prince being taken out so much. Also, you can probably see I'm using the lightning, as in the Stormcaller subclass for the Warlock. I've only just unlocked that, as in I've gone right through everything in the Taken King, apart from some of the raids, of course. But that subclass I never actually knew how to find, and never actually really bothered looking for it, and only just got it, what, about a day or two, so I'm kind of working on trying to make that stronger. It's only just starting to get actually, you know, worthwhile. For a while there, it was really frustrating, because the new subclasses at first pretty shocking in that they just don't seem to, well, once if they're not upgraded, they just don't work. They're pretty horrible, but in saying that, the reward once you've upgraded it fully is ridiculous, because that storm calling now is just so powerful and so strong, and it's so cool. It just makes you feel so awesome. The animations are absolutely amazing. The colors and texture of the lightning is so cool. The sound through my headset is absolutely amazing. I don't want to get rid of it. I don't even know why they had the supernova at the start. I've had the supernova since Destiny came out, and only now have I gone to the subclass of the Stormcaller, and boy am I impressed. I'm having so much fun with it. So this, this boss battle, I've shown you as it started. You saw the first princes coming in. This will be over in under 2 minutes now. It was absolutely ridiculous. This working as a team in this game is just so important, in that this final boss battle, I don't think I could do this by myself, and that it just takes so long, and there's so many, you know, cabal that come down from those dropships in the middle there that I'm shooting at now, that it's just impossible to keep control of by yourself. Unless, you know, unless you are good at the game. I suppose I'm not that good at it, but I'm only at 293, and these on the hard strikes, it can be quite difficult. But when you've got a team, not only do you have a team, but you've got one that's so willing to work together and so hard, you know, just so cooperative, and they're not being stupid. I think a lot of people tend to either go for the kills, or, you know, try and finish off the bosses in one go by themselves, because they want to be the one to take him out and stuff like that. Or they they get too far the other way, and they just charge in to revive people, when really the best thing you should be doing is just jumping around and trying to stay alive. I think a good way is to find a balance between that, in the sense that I've found that the best form of defense in this game is attack. Don't just run away, because in a lot of these harder strikes and raids and things, that's just going to get you killed. I think the best thing to do is put in a few shots and jump, run, put in another couple of shots, sort of keep their attention, and by that time, usually your health bar is filled up. If you just run away, they tend to sort of chase after you and just shoot you down while you're in the air or anything like that. Whereas otherwise, you know, if you do too far the other way and just charge in shooting, obviously you're just going to die. That's common sense. But here we go. This is pretty much where we take out the prince here. There's a legendary engram there unwrapped, and come on, take him down. Legendary engram picked up. It's with in any second here. Come on, guys, give me a break. Where's the end of the game? Grenade down. Trying to keep him distracted to let the other dude finish off the prince. And they were doing that sort of thing for me as well. Just not trying to take all the attention and all, you know, trying to win the game themselves. Everyone was working together. Everyone was, you know, playing their role and doing really well. We've got one more prince to go, and I think I go off to. I put in a couple of shots to take down his shield here, and you know, try and finish him off a little bit. But the other guys take in. One of them uses his super and just comes in with the grenades or something as a titan over there. He just locks him down. Here we go with the sword. He just absolutely locks him down behind there. We're trying to put on. One guardian down there is throwing a grenade and trying to distract him as much as possible. There's no one else stopping him. I'm just trying to hang on as much as I can to try and distract him, and boom, the strike is over. That was just. It was so cool to see people working together so hard. It was absolutely awesome. Didn't pull the best loot out of it. I think, was it? No, not in this one. We did get body armor. I think maybe in the fourth one that was a little better, but nothing in this strike, so let's just go to the fourth one. So this strike, the final one, was the worst one of all, taking on the massive Shank. I can't remember what his name is. You can see there, Saber 2, I'm pretty sure it is. And this was the worst one of all. We did die. We had hardly anything to go. We had probably 1/10 of his health left to take out, and we just got absolutely shut down. I didn't play to my own advice from the last strike in that I just jumped around. I was the final Guardian trying to stay alive. I didn't even realize my Guardians were dead. I couldn't see the warning saying last Guardian, and I just got absolutely romped just trying to jump around by the snipers. The sniper shanks up in the top just got me. If you've played this strike, you know how frustrating those snipers can be. If you take your eyes off them for a few seconds, they're just they're absolutely impossible to keep up with. But we came back on the second go. None of the Guardians rage quit or left. We all hooked in, and we played a bit more. We played a bit more organized this time. I think we we were a bit more sensible. We weren't running around too much. Everyone was taking much better cover. I think it was pretty good that we were taking out. It was for me at least, it was a good lesson learned in that, yes, I was right. I need to be attacking as much as I'm running away whenever I'm on low health or on the last Guardian, because if you just jump and you just run around, you're just going to get absolutely romped. And, especially in these harder raids and strikes and things coming out, it's you can't just run away. It's just not going to work, and putting on a few bullets every now and then will work. Here's me again, look, doing the same thing, still not taking my advice. It's just, I think the only reason I was doing it that time was my Guardians were helping me out and trying to put a few shots on, distract him. I think, things like that, when you're playing raids by yourself, not raids, sorry, strikes, you need to be, look at me, I'm trying to be cautious, I'm trying to keep an eye out for those snipers. But it was good this time that we were, working together a bit more. Everyone was sort of, once again, doing their part. You really need, if everyone's doing their role and everyone's helping out each other and not going for the kill, playing the objective, as you might call it, for Destiny as well, the strikes become easy. There is no difficult strike on Destiny if every person is talking, cooperating, playing as a team, and trying their best. I did use one of my 3 of coins here to hopefully get an exotic engram. You know what? Another thing I've learned, just as it's coming up here with my Stormcaller now, one thing that I've learned to do more is actually use my super. Now, this is something, if you're really good at Destiny, that's obviously, it will just be obvious to you. It's just going to be common sense. But when I first got Destiny, I was first getting right into it. One thing I was doing was I was saving my super until the very end, as in I was, waiting until I needed it. But once I started, you actually use it. If there's any new players out there, once you've got it, if you see a situation to pick up a load of kills, or you sort of just, you want to use it, because they're going to come back really quickly, especially at the end here. When you're versing these bosses, you can pick up your super quite quickly. I'm already, maybe a quarter, a fifth of a way there. There we go. Boom, exotic engram. I was absolutely wrapped with that. Let's see how we go in the engram opening at the end. But yeah, use your super, because it's there to be used, and you can bring it back a lot quicker than you would think. At least that's what I've learned, especially just in these last few strikes. Probably because I wanted to use my Stormcaller more, and I was actually just forcing myself to, because it was so fun. But anyway, to the engram opening. Let's see what we got in that exotic. Alright, so as you can see, we got a lot of engrams. Look at that. That is from 4 strikes. We got a ton of stuff, which is absolutely awesome. I think strikes are the best way to pick up gear. I wasn't quite sure how I was going to do this engram opening. I didn't really have the utensils today to do live commentary as I was opening them. But let me know if you'd rather me do this, if you'd rather me commentate over the opening, or if you'd rather see it live, or, anything you'd like to see different in these videos, let me know, because, these are quite fun, and I'm really into Destiny at the moment. Probably setting me up for Star Wars Battlefront. I'm in that sort of spacey sort of mood, that sort of sci-fi sort of region. But basically, you can see here, I'm just trying to open them one at a time. The way I like to do it is I like to open my weak ones first. I like to set up everything so I've got my highest light possible, and then I'm going to open them, weakest to strongest, and hoping to pick up that light level as much as possible, because I'm pretty sure, tell me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but I'm pretty sure if I've got high light level, it's going to give me more chance of giving me some loot with a higher light level, and that's sort of just how the progression sort of works when you're opening engrams. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I really wanted to leave these legendaries and of course that exotic to last, just for the just for a climatic effect. But so far, absolutely nothing. We were getting bugger all from these rares. I don't think anything from the rares actually helped at all. I think we do here with the with the legendary chest armor, we got something that raised it by like 3 attack. But nothing out of those pieces. It's such a grind, Destiny. It still is. It can be very frustrating, especially when you don't have much of a raid squad such as myself. It can be really hard to find people to actually do raids with, and so strikes are really all I have to try and find loot. So here we go, the body armor now moving in. What did we get? So it's 288. Oh no, 275. We didn't even get that better. Must have been a gauntlet or something. But it can, when you don't have people to play the strikes with, it can be so frustrating. But here we go, exotic, and what did we get? We got a 290, not what I wanted at all. So anyway, thanks for that, guys. Hopefully next time we can pick up a few more light levels, but I'll catch you later. TK out, cheers.